Hello. What we have here is the power supply from my candy cab. Since I've had the cab, I've noticed that the fan doesn't work. The fan is situated just here. I've done some research on this particular power supply because this one here does obviously the power for the monitor, the jammer loom, the JVS loom, and also it does the audio. So it's quite a complicated bit of kit. What I went on to do is find out what fan is actually inside it, and I found out, if you can just see there, hopefully, there's all the serial number, model number, but I went on to find out what fan it is actually inside, and it's just a bog standard 80 millimeter fan. This is the spec of what the new fan, but what's the most important bit is the voltage, which is 12 volt, and the current, the ampage. All the rest of it doesn't really come into it. So what I'll do is I'll just put you back up here, then I'll whip this cover off so you can just see. When I first got the cab, one of the first things I'd done was strip the power supply, because I read that these get gunked up with dust and crap and everything. What I'll try and do is insert a couple of pictures of it stripped. So what I'll do is just rip the cover off. This power supply has a safety on it, which comes out of this plug here, and goes to one of the front doors on the cab. So what I'm going to do once I get this cover off is just bridge it across. Unless you're confident, don't try this at home, because obviously this is 110 volts and it does hurt if it bites you. So it's just six screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slide it off. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, so 6 screws, so you've got one there, one there, one there, one there, one underneath there, one underneath there. Now this is the plug. What happens is, on the back of the cab you've got 4 screws, which I'll show you in a minute, and you slide this into the cab. It's on rails, which are just situated here. But this plug here, like I was saying, it does obviously the main power, the jammer loom, the JVS, and the audio. But if we look here, you've got the main power here, so coming off of the transformer, which is just there. So you've got the positive and negative, and then what happens is it comes out of here and then goes to the front door, and then when the door's on and locked, it then completes the circuit and it comes back in on this one here. So what I'll do is just get up here. So you've got, focus, this top pin here is positive, and the bottom one there is a negative, so I'm going to bridge those across, and then I'll put some power for it, and you can see that the fan isn't working. I'll get the multimeter on it just to show you, but again, please don't do this at home. Back in a tick. Okay, so what I've done is I've bridged the two contacts to complete the circuit, so for the positive and negative. Like I was saying earlier, don't, you know, unless you're confident, don't do this at home. But I'm just doing this just to show you, obviously with the power supply working, that the fan doesn't work. I'll just put you back up here. Hopefully you'll get a good view. So hopefully now you can hear the power supply working. Should be buzzing away. As you can see, the fan isn't spinning. What they're supposed to do is come on straight away as soon as there's power to, you know, the circuit's complete and there's power going round. The fan should be working at all times. Just to show you there, look, bridged across. So what I'll do is I'll just turn it all off. Again, if you're not confident in doing any of this, don't do it. So on here, like I was saying, you've got 4 screws which hold the power supply into the cab. But it's quite a clever little setup, so what I'll do is I'll quickly strip it. These 4 screws hold the sides together. As you'll see in a minute, you'll like open up. You've got these screws here as well. But when I first opened this up, hopefully you've seen by the photos, it was absolutely disgusting. So that's the fan there, look. So it opens up like so. What I'll do is just unplug them. Quick view. So that's it. Basically, that is the power supply opened up, and there you go. That's the fan there, and that's the one I want to be replacing. But like I was saying, it does. This power supply doesn't just do obviously the power. It does the audio, and it does the jammer and JVS loom as well. But like I say, when I first stripped it, I cleaned it all. So what I'll do here, guys, is I'll just remove the fan, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, what I've done is removed the fan. It was held on by those, and the actual, they put Loctite on the threads there, so what I might do, I think I've got some Loctite there, so what I'll do is put some more Loctite on. I think it's to do with obviously the vibration, but that's the fan there. The one that's inside, I don't know if you can see, is actually brushless. But you can see it's a DC 12 volt and 0.13 amp. So what I'll do is I've got to now cut this off here and resolder it onto the new fan because it's a different plug. There's the plug there. Focus. There you go. Plug there. And this is the plug on the original fan. As you can see, it's only a 2-pin. So what I'll do is I'll solder that onto the new fan, and I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so what I've done, I should have mentioned this earlier, but I don't know if you know, but if you do know, obviously, you know, just to go over it. This fan on the side, if you have a look, see if it will focus. You've got a direction in which it spins, and you've got a arrow pointing in which the air flows. So the air is being pushed out, so it's in the power supply like that. I don't know if you can see how caked up it was, but that's nothing compared to when I first cleaned it. So what I've done, I cut the wires off, left a bit of length there for me to play around with. So what I went ahead and done was soldered them up and put a bit of heat shrink on there. I was a bit miffed actually, because normally I've got some heat shrink with some glue in it, so when you heat it up it oozes out and it kind of gives it a little bit more security, so to speak. But I've run out, I haven't got anything left, so I've used just regular heat shrink there, look. Again on this fan, it's a bit clearer on this one, but you've got the arrows in which the air flows and the rotation of the fan. So what I'll do is I'll fit this back there. I've got some thread lock as well. This is just what I used for my radio control cars. It's removable. It's strong enough to keep everything together, but it's not too strong in wrecking the threads or anything. So with that will hopefully help with the vibration of the fan. What I should have done before taking this apart, I should have showed you the voltages at the plug. So what I'll do is once I get it all back, I'll put it all back together, and then I'll show you the voltage on the board before at the plug for the fan. Alright, so we're back in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I've put it back together more or less. I haven't done all the screws up because I want to show you, the voltage of. If I just get, there we go. So this plug here is where you plug the fan into. So as you can see, I've fit the fan, or a new fan should I say, with the old wire and plug on there. So that plug there will slide into there. So what I've done is got my multimeter. As you can see, I've set it to 20 volts, because that's what I'm going to be testing up to. So what I'll do is I'll try and get it so you can see, hopefully. Just bring down the blind a little bit just so you can see. There we go, try that. No, a little bit more. Right, there we go. So if I just turn it on, you can see, or should I say, hear it. And also you've got a little LED there, look. So it's powered up. So what I'll do is I'll just test the voltage on the board for the fan. And there you go, you've got 11.86 volts. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll plug the fan in. Put the blind up again. Bring you up. Hopefully, I don't think you can really see it. Oh yeah, there you go. So there, if I just turn it off, so there you go, one fan replaced. It's not a hard job. If you're confident in doing things like this, you can do it. You know, you just take your time and do it. It's taken me probably about half an hour, 40 minutes. Like I say, it's not a hard job. So what I'll do is I'll just put it all back together, and then we'll finish up then. Hello, right, back, done, all put back together. I don't know if you can see the fan spinning, but it's all working. I'm hoping you might be able to pick up the airflow. You can definitely pick up the buzzing. Just a quick overview on this power supply unit, PSU. From information that I've read about it, this power supply combines Model 3 sound amplifier and the actual power supply itself in one. So basically it handles both stereo JVS and mono jammer. So it's quite a nifty bit of kit, in all honesty. It's not a box standard power supply unit. I don't know the ins and outs of like all the voltages and everything else, but that's, you know, it's all readily available on the internet. Yeah, so what I've done is stripped it, cleaned it, and replaced the fan. As you can see just here, you can actually plug another unit into it and piggyback off of this one with a maximum of 10 amps, as you can see there, output. So yeah, I'm happy with the outcome and what I've done. It's all nice and clean, all working, everything's tickety-boo. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am not a professional. I don't know everything there is to know about these power supplies. I just know the basics. I've done this video off the back of information that I've read on this power supply on some of the forums. I tried to see if there were any videos in replacing, replacing the fan, but there wasn't, so I took it upon myself to do one. I hope this video helps others out, and if there's anything I can help with, just leave a comment down below, and I'll try and help the best I can. Until the next one, guys, cheers.